Hello and welcome back, my fairies. I'm Matsu-rific, and we are back with another new episode of Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Chat Noir. So, once again, I am being spoiled by TVC's thumbnail. Again, no trailer. I don't know what's going on, if I'm just not getting the trailers. Maybe I just need to start looking them up. But, apparently Alex is going to be back, and we're going to see, I guess, Ladybug with the Bunny Miraculous this time. The thumbnail that I'm seeing from TVC, she looks kind of good. But the episode is called Dark Castle, or The Dark Castle. This is episode 10. So some of the stuff that we've seen hasn't happened yet. But, that's pretty much it. Once again, unfortunately, I'm not able to put artwork in the video, so I hope you'll forgive me for putting Pokemon gameplay in again when it's not really Miraculous related, but hopefully by the time the next episode comes out, I'll have some ZA footage to play for you, and I can at least play that as Marinette, so I hope you'll look forward to seeing something at least somewhat more related to Paris. And Leo's got the zoomies now, so I guess I better stop yapping and just go watch the episode, since there's really nothing else to say right now. Well, that was a simple episode. Like there was definitely a lot going on, but it was also like not a whole lot. Like it kind of just felt like a normal season 1 episode almost. Probably not even gonna have a whole lot to say about this one. So, essentially, this episode focuses on Alex's birthday. It's her birthday, and they're in the cafeteria, and they see Jalil, her brother, sitting there and missing Alex, looking through pictures of her on his phone. When everyone approaches him and finds out that it's Alex's birthday today, and he's sad that he doesn't get to celebrate with her. So that's pretty much the entirety of that first scene. They say that they tell each other that they wish that they could do something for her birthday. It's like, well, maybe we'll think of something. And it turns out that Bunnix is actually watching them, and it's like kind of touched. It's like, oh, you guys are awesome. And then she gets a message from Ladybug. And that's where the credits kick in. We then cut to Marinette back at her house when she's still trying to figure out a plan for Alex's birthday. I guess there is something a bit before that. They do record a video for Alex with her dad, and then Mr. Darjancourt comes along and starts making like some really outrageous requests, like removing the artwork and just tearing down the Louvre in general. And it's like, what? You want to tear down the Louvre? It's such an important part of French culture and history. And it's like, no, we're not doing that, and basically kicks him out. And they do record a video, but Marinette feels like, she wants to do more, and she feels guilty that Alex is locked in the burrow. Kind of doing her little pity party thing. Like, I will say, I can understand why this might be starting to get old with people. It's like, oh, Marinette, poor Marinette, she's throwing herself another pity party, boo, freaking who. Like, I do get why people are starting to get a bit frustrated. Like, yeah, this one was a bit less about the drama, so I can definitely understand the frustration in this episode. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure people are going to be frustrated with that. But she's like, okay, well, I wish there was something better I could do. Come up with some awesome plan. And then I think, like, Bunnybug is her name, comes through the portal. Marinette, with both the Ladybug and the Rabbit Miraculous, comes through the portal and says, hey, I've got that special plan for you. Call up Alia, have her plan a birthday party for Alex, and then you're going to take the Rabbit Miraculous and guard it while Alex has fun with everybody else. And at first I was actually thinking, okay, but she's telling Marinette the plan. When does this Marinette turn into the Marinette that is telling her the plan, because in order to prevent a paradox, you have to have it loop back around. Like, that's like one of the most basic rules of a time travel story. If you don't have it loop back around, then there's a paradox, and that creates a loophole. But they actually had it all taken care of, so we'll get to that. So Marinette goes through with the plan. Tiki warns Marinette, like, this might not be a great idea. It's not good, it's dangerous to mess with the timeline. And that's going to be the lesson that she learns this episode. Don't mess with the timeline. Although weirdly enough, like the messing with the timeline stuff actually ends up kind of just being filler. A lot of this is honestly kind of filler. Yeah, she calls Bunnix and says, "Hey, I need you," which is the scene that we saw before the credits, or the opening credits. And Marinette tells her the plan. It's like, yeah, I'll watch the miraculous. You go and party with everyone else, and I'll stay here in the burrow. So Alex goes to the party, and she's, having fun with everybody else. Adrian asks where Marinette is at, and she messages Alia to be like, "Hey, tell everyone I'm sick." Because all of them are asking where Marinette is at. She's like, "Hey, Alia, tell everyone that I'm sick." And she's like, "Oh, yeah, Marinette's really sick. Unfortunately, she can't make it." Adrian, being best boy, is like, "Oh, that's awful that she's missing. I'm gonna go check in with her." And Alia has to make up excuses like, no, she's super contagious. And she needs some rest. It's like, "Oh, I'll call her." No, she's just laying down for some rest. You'll wake her, and she needs to sleep. And he's like, "Okay, well, I'll at least leave her a voice message." And gosh dang it, Marinette. I can't defend you on this one. I'm sorry. I will defend you where you need defending. There is no defending you on this one. The girl loses herself to her emotions, opens up a burrow. I think it was an accident. I don't think it was intentional, but she, goes to kiss Adrian's image on the portal in the burrow, and then she actually ends up opening the burrow. Fortunately, she catches herself before her lips actually touch his cheek. And she's like, "Oh no, what am I doing? Oh my gosh, I can't, what is wrong with me?" So, she at least recognizes that was wrong. Though I'm sure people are going to be like, "Oh, she's," like, yes, it was wrong. She recognizes it was wrong. I know that this is going to be a big, "Oh, Marinette's still a monster" episode. It's like, she's never a monster. But, yeah, girl does need to learn to control her emotions. I can't defend her there. But she's watching the picnic, and yeah, I was screaming at her the entire time. "Marinette Dupencheng, stop messing with the timeline." Some kids nearby are playing soccer, and the ball goes into the air, and hits a fork that dumps cheesecake on Jalil's clothes. I keep wanting to call him Jalal, like from Fairy Tale. Yeah, and he starts to leave the party to wash up, and Bunnybug is like, "Oh no, that's awful. Now the party's not perfect." Obsessing over little details. So she goes and twists it around so that the soccer ball doesn't hit the fork, and Jalil doesn't end up covered in cheesecake. And then they open up the cake itself, and a bird poops on it. And Marinette's like, "Oh no, that's disgusting." Yes, it's disgusting. But I'm sure it wouldn't be the end. So she opens up a burrow so that the bird poop lands in the burrow. Girl. What? Girl, you gotta stop this. And yeah, she then learns her lesson because Jalil leaves his pudding on the ground, and Nathaniel and Mark are bringing the cake over. Nathaniel steps in the pudding and trips and tosses the cake into Jalil, covering him. To which Bunnybug is like, "Oh, there's another problem. Don't worry, I'll fix it." Getting a little too comfortable with messing with the timeline there, girl. And because she did that, a chain reaction causes a lot of people to pass away. Like, oh my, like, so yeah, a lot of people lost their lives in that timeline. A rabbit comes along to eat the pudding. The pigeon scares off the rabbit, who then startles a biker who loses control, almost gets hit by a bus. The bus swerves and then flies off the bridge into the Seine, hits a barge, which then a piece of that breaks off. So all the people on that bus and that barge, goners. The piece of the barge flies off, hits a helicopter, which then breaks, and then smashes into the Eiffel Tower. So all the people that were on that helicopter are now just gone. The Eiffel Tower, when it falls, hits what is it called? It's not a blimp, but it's like kind of similar to that. An airship. It hits an airship. That goes crashing down. Those people are gone. The Eiffel Tower falls over. Anyone who was on it or underneath of it are gone, including all those houses. And yeah, just a massive chain reaction that ends up causing disasters all over the world. She realizes, oh shoot! Oh, that's okay. Not harmless. Not harmless. Put that pudding back and I'll stop messing around. It's like, at least she learned her lesson. The part of me kind of wishes that, like, the akumatized villain was her fault as well. That would have been, like, a good payoff to it. So I will deduct a point from that. I should start giving these episodes rankings. I don't know how I would rank them. Maybe I'll figure something out and come up with something by the time season 6 rolls around and start doing rankings then. Or maybe I'll do a tier list. Oh, that would actually be fun. Guys, let me know if you want me to do a tier list and rank the episodes of each season. That sounds like it would be a lot of fun. But anyways, she puts the pudding back. Jalil gets covered in cake. And he's about to leave, all sad because his gift to Alex got covered in cake as well. But then Alex is like, oh, is that for me? And she opens it, and it's really sweet. It's a picture of Jalil as a little kid. I guess he's kind of like a preteen. And although he does look like he's younger than the main cast. And baby Alex splashing baby food onto him. And she's like, oh, this is really sweet. An awesome picture. I love it. This is amazing. And I guess things really haven't changed much, have they? It's like, oh, it was a really cute brother-sister moment. But then Mr. Darjancourt calls Alex's dad, and we see him calling him multiple times throughout the party as well. He's like, no, we're not going to tear down the Louvre. Which leads to Mr. Darjancourt getting akumatized into Dark Castle. I should have said something at the start of the episode, because I was actually thinking that this might be a Darjancourt episode, because the name Dark Castle did kind of remind me, I forget what the name was, but I knew it started with Dark, was his original akumatized name. I did kind of get those kinds of vibes from the episode title. But, yeah, he gets akumatized, and Bunnybug sees that, and then, like, panics, and is like, wait, I have to go, but I have the Bunny Miraculous. I'm Ladybug. I can't go because I'm not Ladybug. I'm Bunnybug, and I can't go. Maybe I could go if I can trust the Bunny Miraculous to someone else, like I did Alex, but who? I can't interrupt the party. And then she has a little brain blast and realizes, wait, I could give it to my future self, because my future self will have already lived this. Actually, she didn't even think about that. She's just like, yeah, I could give this to my future self when I'm getting home. And she goes to find her future self, who's getting ready for bed. And then she opens up the burrow, and her future self is like, you need someone to watch the Bunny Miraculous, don't you? She's like, how did you know? Because I'm you from the future. Got any tips? You know I can't mess around with the timeline, I know. This is actually kind of fun seeing her talking to herself. I do kind of like that we get to see both Bunny Bug and also just Marinette with the Bunny Miraculous by herself. Her outfit's kind of nice. I really do like it. She does look really pretty in these outfits. Though, I still love Rabbit Noir too, but... Anyways, so she calls for Chat Noir, who's like, oh hey, let me go get you a towel, Jaleel, because you can't stay like that. And then he goes to help her. And there's not really a whole lot to say. They fight the suits that are empty. Oh, be careful! Don't cataclysm them. You could, if the akumatized person's inside, you could hurt them. And then they proceed to be super violent with them, like kicking off the helmets, like yanking it off. Like if that was the person, you'd give them such whiplash. Oh my gosh, the whiplash is back. Like, oh my gosh, the whiplash. But like, they just do not hold back at all against these suits of armor. So I guess it was just an excuse to have a cool fight scene. But I have to say, the lighting from here on out is amazing. Like, this was gorgeous. You do lose a little bit of the detail in Ladybug and Cat Noir's hair a bit. But like, the lighting is absolutely beautiful, like breathtaking. Like, oh my goodness. It looks so good. Like, again, you lose a little bit of detail in their hair because of how dark it is. But, like, I think it still looks really nice. Just the lighting and the shadows. Oh man, I wish I could show it to you guys. I do. But if you're watching this video, then hopefully you've already seen the episode. Anyways, so, they go out, they fight, Chat Noir realizes that the flag is the akumatized object, but he keeps retracting it inside of himself, because, like, the villain is the building. Because now they're like, these are some really cool action shots. Like, amazing. Like, oh my goodness, like, absolute breathtaking action. Is amazing. But there's not really a whole lot to talk about because it's all action, but it looks gorgeous. It really does. But yeah, Ladybug uses her Lucky Charm, and I absolutely love it when the Lucky Charm is a clue and not just an object that she needs to defeat the enemy. She summons this, like, tied up piece of meat and realizes, oh, that's what we have to do. We have to tie it up. So she uses her yo-yo to basically tie up the castle like the piece of meat was. And once it's all tied up, they're able to grab the flag and they de-akumatize him. He's like, oh, but it's so hideous. And, you know, back when my ancestors ruled, you know, it's like this is like, yeah, but your ancestors got overthrown because they were oppressing people and keeping people away from all of the beautiful art inside. He's like, yes, but this used to be the home to kings. It's like, yeah, but the pyramids were the host to the ancient kings too. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I guess it is kind of pretty. It's like, wow, that was, I will admit, like, this part right here is definitely the weakest part of the episode. I will say, like, that could have used another take. But yeah, again, kind of short. Ladybug gets summoned back into the burrow. I think she just called herself, like, Bunny Net. I don't think she had, like, an actual official name. So I guess Bunny Net's just her name. Also, oh, actually, I will say, now that I'm looking at them, like, there is a shot where the hair texture does look kind of flat. But, yeah, so she gives it back to her, and she goes back to bed. And then we get this shot of Lila, and I had to correct someone the other day about this, and I might owe that person a bit of an apology. Because they said, oh, well, I don't understand why Lila doesn't just come after her because she knows her identity. It's like, no, she doesn't. That was the whole point of the London special, was that she doesn't know her identity. She did find out, and then they used the Rabbit Miraculous to go back in time and stop her from finding out. So she stopped her from finding out that Ladybug was Marinette, so she does not know that Ladybug is Marinette. But now we're getting hints that she might actually suspect that Marinette might be Ladybug, because she talks about how somebody was not there as expected, but she needs more proof. So I think there is actually an episode coming up that's I think people have theorized that Marinette might actually get akumatized later in this season. I forget what the episode's name was, but it was like something kind of alluding to like an akumatized Ladybug. So, oh, Lady Chaos, that was it. It's an upcoming episode title, and a lot of people are suspecting that that could be Marinette getting akumatized. I kind of hope that's the case, because for one thing, Bonix can come in and find Cat Noir and be like, or Adrian, either one, and be like, hey, Ladybug got akumatized, we need to fix this. Or even just Alia. I'm sure she knows that Alia knows Marinette's identity, but I hope that it is Adrian, honestly, because we need more Adrian. I want to see Marinette. I want to see Marinette akumatized and Adrian has to save her. Make my fanfic a little bit more plausible day by day. They've done so much stuff that's like from my fanfiction. It's like, oh my gosh. Yes, please take a little more from my fanfiction, please. I want to feel validated. Anyways, if they don't, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, there is that is kind of a hint that it is possible. Alex comes back into the burrow. Marinette gives her back the Miraculous. Girl shoves an entire slice of cake in her mouth. Like, Plag I will accept. You are a human being. Even if that is possible for you, Marinette, cartoon logic and all that. Manners! Has no one taught you any manners, Marinette Dupenchang? Where are your manners? You just shoved that entire slice of cake in your mouth. Good lord, girl. But yeah, Alex gives her a slice of cake, and oh yeah, she also like asked her like if anything happened. She's like, oh no, she swipes away the bird poop with her foot. Like, girl, gross. Oh, that was before she detransformed though, so it's like, I guess it's gone. Oh, they're like absorbed into the Miraculous. Ugh. I don't want to think about that. No. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, Alex tells her that it was the best birthday she's ever had. And it was kind of sweet, but you know, Marinette, next time you do that, don't mess with the timeline again. Please learn your lesson. But anyways, she hears Adrian's message and is like, aw. And she leaves him, she calls him back and leaves him another message. It's like, hey, I just woke up. Thanks for the message. I'm still kind of contagious, so don't come over now, but hopefully with a little more rest, I'll be able to come back to school tomorrow. See you then. And then she goes back inside. They ask her how the party was. She's like, oh yeah, it was fun. So her parents think she was at the party. And then, oh yeah, that was the thing that I wanted to point out. So, the last scene is basically just the same scene from before where Bunnybug tells her that she needs her to hold on to the Miraculous, and she's like, yeah, I'm the future you, I know. And when I watched that episode, when I watched that scene, it made me think of when Bunnybug went to her past self to say, hey, brilliant idea, delivery. And that scene just played out so long. Like, they could have just cut it right there, like, hey, brilliant idea, delivery, and then cut right there. but they decide to continue the conversation there. I feel like it's just more filler at that point. A lot of this episode honestly kind of feels like filler. Like, it could have been shorter. For what's in this, like, it could have actually been a lot shorter. Like, they could have fit all this into an 11-minute episode. No problem at all. But, you know, they had to turn it into a full episode. But yeah, the scene just goes, like, on for, like, really long when she's talking to her past self. And it's like, it felt like that could have been cut down short. But then the very end, they do it properly, and it's like, yeah, you see her settling into bed, and then her future self opens up the burrow. It's like, need someone to hold the bunny miraculous? How'd you know? I am your future self. And then she goes into the burrow, and it ends. That's what the other scene should have been. Just the initial reaction, the initial part of the conversation. They don't need to have the whole conversation. But anyways, so yeah, kind of a short one today. I think we can actually, yeah, under half an hour. that hasn't happened in a while, but yeah, just kind of a much lighter episode. I think we needed this lighter episode because we've had a lot of really heavy emotional episodes lately. So I'm kind of happy that we're getting these smaller episodes. I've heard that we're supposed to be getting a two-parter soon. So I'm sure that this is just to be like, okay, yeah, here's these episodes to lighten the mood a bit before stuff goes down. I cannot wait for it all to hit the fan. But that'll be another video for another time. For now, we're just gonna go ahead and end this here. Thank y'all for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more videos from me. We do all sorts of fun stuff on this channel, including playing video games, we do art, and I'll sometimes talk about cartoons and anime. So be sure to ring that bell icon and never miss a video. Hopefully the next time we have an episode review, the footage will at least be of Pokemon Paris. So I hope y'all look forward to that. Thank you all for joining us today. Joining me, I'm still saying that. I'm probably never going to stop saying that. But I hope you all have a very magical day.